Welcome to the Dowden Podcast. I'm your host, the official CRG, and today we are going to talk about problems with the society and how I believe we will be able to fix some of these things. But before we get started, you can find this video strictly on YouTube, but the audio everywhere else. Now, when it comes to society, especially in this generation, we have changed the world. I mean, we really have. We have seen a massive increase in technology and auto mechanics. I mean, there's been an increase in AI and even in our space developments. But through that, things were also ruined. For example, when it comes to technology, our generation has altered social media to this negative and dark place that we can't get out of. Because I can't even go on an app without somebody getting made fun of because how they look, or seeing a post about a celebrity that has nothing to do with real world problems. Everybody is just so focused on other people and what they're doing, but in reality, they should be focused on themselves and their own lives. I mean, it's basic knowledge. We know these things, but people still do the opposite. We still glorify the celebrities. We still glorify the little arguments instead of talking about real world hunger, instead of talking about Skid Row and trying to get people off the streets, instead of talking about the wars that are going on right now as we speak. We are still focused on celebrities. And speaking of celebrities, they're a whole other problem nowadays. And I'm not saying all, but I know there are some out there that don't do what they write. I mean, they claim that they do all of these things and that they're really deep head first into something. But I know deep down, if they were thrown in a situation, they wouldn't know how to react. And that is the problem. I don't care if you're the biggest celebrity or an upcoming artist. What you put out there will be followed by people, and that's just facts. That's what people have to understand. In this world, there are followers and there are leaders. And this society, as a group, a lot of people have chosen to be followers instead of leaders. So when you put something out there, expect to have followers. And that can be a good thing and clearly a very bad thing. Think about it. We have this 9-year-old kid who listens to rap music. They're talking about going to backdoor people, all these shootings and stuff like that. And because he thinks it's cool and because all of his friends thinks it's cool and they love you as an artist, they're not going to go partake in it. And through that, we then just lost a whole nother group of kids to maybe street violence, to maybe police brutality, to maybe even jail time. And it all started just by you glorifying a certain topic. And that is what we have to be aware of. I mean, we can't just go around glorifying certain things because it will be followed. So as a society, we have to start to see these things and stop being scared to speak up. I mean, if you're tired of losing people to street violence, then sit them down and try to change their mind. Because like I said, we glorify the wrong stuff nowadays. And I know we're going to regret it later because we're losing what it's like to truly be human, and that is love. And without love, what are we? So with that said, today's quote is a little different as I couldn't find exactly who it was by, but it says, "Living in human society, people often quarrel with one another. When such conflicts occur, people often keep thinking about the wrongs done to them by others. When that happens, their anger tends to grow, but in those who forgive and forget the wrongs done to them, anger quickly vanishes. They are then at peace." I appreciate you guys tuning in. You can follow us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And this is the Dowden Podcast.